Good morning, y'all. Oh, gotta have some breakfast in the morning. All right, so it is Monday, and I don't even need this jacket. It is so nice. I was just talking with Thomas, our webmaster, about how just a few days change things. But we are in Winter Park this morning, and I received an email. So I never have been to the shopping center before. Obviously, we're right off of Aloma out here this morning. But I did receive an email from a viewer. Her name was Michelle. And she sent an email requesting that I come out here. Now, I don't always go out to every intersection and every request, but when it sticks out a little bit. And this is an interesting one because I've never seen a sign like this one. And the sign is, well, she says, Winter Park Corners Shopping Center, Lakemont exit, right turn only during specified hours. She puts in caps lock, always ignored. Help before a horrific accident occurs. Obviously, we call them crashes. But so I was like, all right, I've never seen a sign. Look at that right there. That has specified times on it. Now, I've seen school zone signs and things like that. So this was interesting, especially if it's coming out of a private parking lot with public access. So there's the sign on the screen, and you can see there, right turn only, exiting the Winter Park Corners Shopping Center onto Lakemont Avenue. And it says right turn only from 7 to 9 a.m. and then 4 p. to 7 p. So during those specified hours, right turn only. So this is what we're going to do. Let's drive over there, and then we'll drive through the parking lot a little bit. We're not going to just waste our stream because I think we can answer this and show it really quick. But we'll drive through the parking lot, go over a few things, and then when we get over to the other side, I'll show it to you. And I got out here. Obviously, our stream starts at 10, so people can make a left out there now. But I'll show you what we saw earlier. But first, let's take for a little drive here. We are over, so the intersection's Lakemont Avenue and Aloma, if you're familiar. It's where the Sprouts is. This is what we call an anchor store. So that's what attracts people over here. I didn't even know there was an Outback Steakhouse. And Woodfire FD Italian kitchens here. So a few things when you're in a parking lot. Obviously, the biggest thing you need to be watching out for is pedestrians, all right? There are a lot of rules within a parking lot simply to guide you through. What do I mean by that? All right, so usually when I tell you guys something, it's because it's flat out laws, but this is more guidelines when you're in a parking lot. So a stop sign technically cannot be enforced by a law enforcement officer in a parking lot. But you have to be careful because only the property owner or property manager knows that. Because sometimes there are memorandums of understanding where the property manager will ask or give permission for the enforcement. Example, the Loop down in Osceola County, very high shopping center, and they have an agreement with the sheriff's office to have deputies out there, all right? But they're not going to be sitting here just watching the stop sign. It's there so that you guys can intermingle and be safe in a parking lot. So you need to make sure you're always watching out for pedestrians, and you should be yielding to pedestrians inside of any type of parking lot. Also, the travel lanes. You are not to cut through parking lots like the parking spaces. I get that question a lot. So when you're driving out here, you are only permitted to drive down the aisles, all right? And think about it. The stop signs, they're there for a reason. For example, here, there's a stop sign here because this is the entrance to the Outback Steakhouse, meaning high foot traffic, right? So you're going to want to stop. You're going to want to make sure you're paying attention because there's a lot of dead space to my right. I don't know if there's a kid standing there. Maybe someone has their dog. So you just got to be careful. People, the worst come out. The worst behaviors come out in a parking lot. All right, so this is where Michelle, our viewer, sent us that message and said, hey, Steve, exiting out of the area onto Lakemont Avenue, there's a stop sign. with signage. So we're going to show it to you, and I'm going to show you what it looks like as you approach it, and I got a nice little picture for you. So when you're exiting out here, it's right here, right at Lakemont, and you can see it right here. So what happens is this entire area backs up big time in the southbound lanes of Lakemont during the 7 to 9 a.m. hour. Right now, 10:07 in the morning, it looks pretty good, so there's no issues out here. So we're going to make a right anyway, just to come down. We'll come out a little further and we'll turn back around. But when I was out here this morning, I got out here a little early because I wanted to see if people were paying attention to it. And although traffic wasn't bad, there were still some violators, and I have some video of that. Two separate vehicles. The first one kind of approached and kind of was waiting. That one was real quick, came out, made the left turn, violating that, which is a moving violation. And then this one, there's a pedestrian in the crosswalk, and then they push through and they make the left turn. That one was about 8:45, so I don't care if it's just a couple of minutes or if it's just at the start of it and there's no traffic. This, you are technically, by law, violating the traffic control device. And that is $164, 3 points on your driver's license here in Orange County, Winter Park area, if you do something like that. All right? Obviously, it's there for a reason. I can promise you, at 8 o'clock in the morning, that place is probably bumper to bumper southbound. And that's why that viewer is so concerned about the traffic flow. All right, we're getting deep into Winter Park here, and I'm not trying to be out here right now. So we are going to figure out how to get turned around. But it does get very busy, so you need to make sure you are being extremely, extremely careful. And that's why it's there. So at 9:01, if you pull up to there, then you're good to go. At 6:59, you're good to go. But from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., oh, my phone keeps clicking the screen. And then from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., obviously a 5 p.m. time hour, this place is probably an absolute mess. You've got a school out here that I'm passing. Oh no, that's the YMCA. Obviously very busy. You have a lot of pedestrian signage out here as well. This area is not only marked on the ground, you have signage on the side here as well. School zone. Oh, there is a school. I thought I was right about that. Which school is this? Let's see. But as you're exiting there, you just always need to make sure that you're always looking for signs. Lakemont Elementary School. So you're going to have kids to and from in the morning. Obviously heavy traffic in the afternoon. Did I freeze? You still got me, Thomas? Just checking on something, guys. Okay. Always got to check. Thomas always at the reins, making sure we're good to go. All right, so just recapping a little bit. We're southbound on Lakemont. There's no restrictions pulling into the plaza, only the issues coming out. So very simple, very easy today. A few things to take away from it. If you violate that right turn only during those hours, during that time, it is a moving violation. You can be cited simply for making a left at that time during those 2-hour increments in the morning and at night, right? 7, 8, 9, yep. But outside of those hours, you're good to go. I will tell you this. I'd be very careful still making that left turn because the median is rather large. So you have to be cautious while you're out there. You can see that we were caught a few people there, but the one with the pedestrian drives me crazy. So technically you can get a double banger on that one with a violation of pedestrian and the left on a traffic control device. So guys, I appreciate you guys. Look, it's going to be a beautiful day today. Sun is out. Make sure you're paying attention. We have a few, I'm trying to get a Florida trooper in the vehicle on Friday so that we can end January, which is Florida Move Over Month Awareness. A lieutenant friend of mine who unfortunately was seriously struck many, many years ago, but made a full recovery and his story is just, it makes you truly want to pay attention out on the roads. So for now, Winter Park, pay attention, please. Pay attention to the signage. We'll get into the jive of the week. We have a full week coming up, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.